Hello, everybody. Welcome along to Championship Predictions. We're just about hanging in there by the skin of our brains at the moment in a 3-game week with very little sleep. But we did all right, Sam, in the midweek round. 9 all. So honours even. I had Watford Bristol City bang on. You had Sheffield United Oxford bang on, which means it's all very tight. 7 all plus 3 draws in the week to week. And you're shading it still in the aggregate 114, 108. It's tight, Sam. How you doing?
Doing well, mate. You're not going to tell the viewers that you tried to nick an additional 2 points? No? We just had
I
to...
didn't try to nick it.
Mm,
There
mm,
was an error in one of my Canva
mm.
pictures, which you were very right to pick up. So we
Your
did have
card
a
is
bit of a
marked, my friend. Your card is marked.
Mate, it's not nefarious. It's just stupidity. Don't worry about that. Let's dive in this week. And if you want to mark our cards, you'll need to know how we're scoring. It is 1 point for a correct outcome, 3 points for a correct scoreline. Give yourself a bonus point. You're going to get 4 points if you correct scoreline and you have 5 or more goals in your prediction. Sam, evidently I can't talk this morning because we're having about 15 goes at this. So I think it might be best if I just hand off to you for a mouthwatering matchup between Sheffield United and Sunderland on Friday night.
Yeah, it should be good, this. Sheffield United have been motoring, haven't they, recently, especially at Bramall Lane, where they are formidable. And I think that my kind of go-to question mark, if you like, has just been about that front line and how it's going to really knit together, how they're going to find their rhythm. Are they going to have continuity in selection there? Well, I really enjoyed some of those moves, especially the one for Campbell the other day. I think it was O'Hare and Harmer both involved in that build-up. So they're clicking into gear. And I'll have to side with them here in the battle of the red and white stripes. I think it'll be tight. In fact, I'll go for Sheffield United to win by 2-0.
I've got 1-0, Sam. For all the things you say, I think it's going to be tight. We like Sheffield United for a clean sheet at home, and Sunderland have been very hard to beat and very low scoring. They're 10 undefeated, but it's a few nil-nillers in there. So, yeah, you're right. And Tyrese Campbell and Jess Raksaki have certainly answered your questions in terms of Sheffield United's attack there. So I will take the 1-0, and I will move us on to Middlesbrough v Hull. Now, Middlesbrough caught us all out by scoring loads of goals and then losing at home to Blackburn. But we have chaos at Hull because they've sacked the manager. So I will be backing a Middlesbrough win here. I think Hull are going to be rudderless, and I'm going to go 3-0, Sam.
I think sometimes I don't know. I'm reading some stuff this morning that suggests there's been obviously some fallings out at Hull and not everyone was fully on board maybe with Tim Volter. I think that naturally happens when you're losing games, but maybe it will free up the whole lads to a degree. I'm not entirely sure at this stage who's going to be in charge for the weekend, but I'll go for him to rally, but Middlesbrough to return to their goal scoring best. I'll give Hull a goal. I'll go 3-1.
Oxford versus Millwall, Sam. And just a quick shout to those poor Millwall fans who travelled down to Portsmouth for the game to be postponed for floodlight failure.
I feel worse for the Pompey fans who went to Blackburn at the weekend and then
Yeah,
were like,
agreed.
oh, it's all right. We got a game Wednesday night. We can get stuck into that. And then they've rolled out again, especially the ones
Amazing.
that maybe don't live in Portsmouth itself. So they're going to be playing catch up, aren't they? Probably a positive for Millwall. Only an hour down the road, wasn't it? For the lads, that is, to have another few days rest. So they're going to be absolutely busting with enthusiasm. And I think it'll be enough for a point. So I'm going to go 1-1.
I am going to take Millwall to win this one. Oxford's form's quite alarming, actually. I think it's like 1 win in 14 or something crazy like that. So I think they had a bit of a momentum boost at the start of the season, and they're leaking goals as well. Oxford, I know they had the 6 against Boro and 3 against Sheffield. Yeah, difficult opponents, but hey, Millwall have been a difficult opponent at the moment. So I'm going to take a 2-1 for Millwall. I think Oxford are good for a goal, but I'll take a Millwall away win there. This is always a pre-season friendly, Sam. Watford versus QPR.
On you
And it
to
would be
go
me
first.
first. It
Go
would be
on.
me first. I'm really struggling today, aren't I? Well, we like Watford at home. Great away win for QPR. Salah is finally scoring. Can I see QPR just immediately turning the corner and going back-to-back away wins? No, I can't, Sam. I've got to back Watford at home. Let's give Salah another goal, and I'll take a 2-1 home win. Watford 2, QPR 1.
Literally was going to say the exact same thing that you've just rolled out there. I was going to say 2-1. I was going to
Great
say
minds.
Salah's going to score again. So for that reason, he's not. He's going to blank, and Watford are going to win 1-0, much to my disdain.
Blackburn versus Leeds. Leeds imperious and moving to the top of the table on a potential 9-point week. But Blackburn, brilliant win at Middlesbrough.
Yeah, I'm just going to go cliched, low scoring. Leeds, a little bit more in attack. 0-1.
Do you know, I think I'm going to take the 1-1 just on the basis. I think Leeds are purring really nicely, and I think 7 points for the week is something I probably would have looked at before the fixtures. They may well take the 9, but I do back Leeds a lot, and I'll probably save that for their next home game, I think. So I'll say 1-1 and Blackburn to keep it kind of tight and compact. Bristol City versus Plymouth. Plymouth battered 6-1 away from home. From what I see, Sam, that could have been like 10-1, judging by the chances Norwich missed as well as the 6 that they scored. Bristol City have tailed off as they tend to, but I'm going to back them because Plymouth are just so bad away from home, aren't they? I'm going to say 2-1 Bristol City.
Kind of going into Plymouth games now away from home and just thinking something's got to change. Luck, set up, defensively, but it's just really difficult to back them on the road. So, listen, I'll go for them to be competitive here and Bristol City to convert one of the many chances that went a begging at Watford. 1-0.
Do you believe in the new manager bounce, Sam, because it's Coventry versus Cardiff?
Well, it would be up there if you had to cherry pick a first game, wouldn't it? In comparison to what's just been for Coventry, what Luton, Sheffield United, Burnley, all in the last 3 or 4 weeks. I quite like 1-0 again here, actually, but I haven't had an away win yet. Cardiff not scoring. I'll have a 2-1. Nervy 2-1, but get it done.
That's a scribble for me. I'm pretty sure I was at Frank Lampard's first game for Derby, which was at Reading, and Mason Mount stuck one through the keeper's hands. I think that was 2-1 as well. So I'm going to take 3-1 then. Coventry 3, Cardiff 1. Bit of excitement at the CBS. A new era begins with a nice win for Coventry. It's Norwich versus Luton. And we didn't mention him in the Championship Checking podcast. We've mentioned him a lot. Borja Sainz has 14 goals in 17 games. What a player.
2 assists as well. 16 goal involvements in 17.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, it had me like scratching around trying to think of the best ever seasons by Championship players early. And I know that's something we'll probably come on to later in the season, but it's up there, isn't it? I mean, it's just unbelievable. And I tried to articulate it earlier or yesterday. It's like, even in the games where they're not fully at it, Sainz isn't quiet. He's still having an impact. He's still, the goal the other day, the own goal, where he was, little twinkle toed in the 18-yard box and kind of caused the own goal. He obviously wheeled off, which was a bit ridiculous. I'm not sure if he was trying to claim it, forgetting that there's about 20 cameras on every game now. But his form is unbelievable. He's a beautiful player to watch. So incredible, difficult, difficult to see Luton winning games on the road at the moment. I'll go for a thriller because I think Norwich are capable of that. And I think Luton, are going to be more competitive than they were at Leeds. 3-2.
That'll net you a bonus point, Sam. I'm also going to back Norwich just on the basis of science and the goal power. And yeah, you're right, Luton, difficult run actually. And they were at Leeds in midweek, difficult week on the road. I will take another 2-1. I know that's my third, but I'll back both teams to score. Norwich to win this, and just Norwich fans, is he going to last past January? Because surely the bids are coming flying in for the informed player in the Championship. To be fair, Sam, we were in front of this weeks and weeks ago, weren't we? But the levels are absurd. It's Preston versus West Brom. This stinks of 0-0, doesn't it? I think they both had a 0-0 in the week. West Brom have had, I think, something stupid, like, correct me in the comments, 8 draws in 9 or 7 in 8 or something crazy like that. So I'll do, to try and prevent it happening, I'll do the obvious, and I will say Preston 0, West Brom 0.
Yeah, someone's going to get 0, aren't they? I don't know who's the most likely at the moment. I haven't had many away wins, so do you know what? It's going to come together. 0-2.
There you go. I thought you were going to second guess yourself because you're anti-away win at the moment. I think I was trying to read the
context. Got a turn in it at some stage, and I saw one last night, didn't I?
Well, this could be another one, Sam. Stoke versus Burnley.
Right on cue. 0-1. And we didn't really talk about it today, and I haven't got the numbers in front of me, but isn't this completely unprecedented what Burnley are doing in terms of their defensive statistics? I think they're on to have the best ever season, aren't they, in terms of the
goals
lack of goals conceded. So we'll have to have a little read up on that before next podcast.
They've conceded 6.
Yeah. I think they're on course to break all kinds of records. So yeah, I'll go for them to win by 1-0 here.
Who was it? I think it might have been Preston. Didn't Preston have 7 clean sheets in the first 8 games or something? A few
2 seasons ago, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, it was when we were at IMG, Sam, wasn't it? They just never conceded a goal. Okay, you might have just coloured my prediction a little bit then. I can't take back-to-back 0-0s, and you've taken the 0-1, and you tell me Burnley are never going to concede a goal ever, so I've got to go for the clean sheet. So I'll take a 0-2 then, Sam. And on behalf of all Ipswich Town fans, Jeremy Sarmiento is a beautiful footballer, and it's lovely to see him on the score sheet with that beautiful smile of his, an Ipswich icon from his loan period last year. Swansea versus Pompey. You have an unfair advantage here, Sam, because you saw Swansea in the flesh last night. Bit smashy and grabby, in my humble opinion. It didn't make much, and they were pretty lethal. We discussed Pompey on the last check-in podcast about the nature of having games cancelled at the last minute. I think they will actually be fresh and raring to go. So I'm going to give Pompey a point here, and I'm going to say Swansea 1, Pompey 1.
Yeah, that's where I would have gone. I don't think, this is one for the Football Cliches podcast, I don't think a smash and grab can be a victory when they haven't scored late. Discuss.
Okay, get in the comments on that one. Yeah. Oh, what's his name? Adam Hurry. He'll answer us, won't he?
Do you know what I mean? Though I think I'm onto something there, mate. But the sentiment is right. That was a weird game, wasn't it? That was a weird game. They had 3 shots, Swansea.
And in the first half, 2, because shots don't count as touches in the box. 2 touches in the box as well.
Yeah, it was mad. Amazing first goal though with Potnick. There was a stage where we were about to put a statistic in towards the end of the first half. He'd had 3 touches after about 40 minutes. After about 40 minutes, he'd had 3 touches.
One was the control and one was the finish. Yeah.
So they just showed nothing in the second half. So they're defensively really good. Obviously, they lost Harry Darling. Cabango's excellent. Again, last night, defending his box, the amount of Derby put in over 30 crosses last night, and he repelled a lot of them. So, defensively really strong. Portsmouth could be a little bit disjointed, given that they've not had any football over the last couple of weeks. Draw 2-2. What the hell of it?
And we'll finish this out. Derby versus Sheffield Wednesday, Sam.
Yeah, I mean, Derby were pretty good last night. You know, if you take away their limitations, they do what they do brilliantly, pretty well last night in terms of putting the team under pressure, an opposition team under pressure from set pieces, balls in, the intensity improved as the night wore on. I mean, for 20 minutes, they couldn't get anywhere near the ball. It was incredible, the contrast after that. It looked like Swansea had 2 extra players on the pitch. Their patterns were just too sophisticated for Derby to get any pressure on them. And it all flipped really after about 20 minutes where they were far and away the better side and probably deserved the point on the night. So, yeah, I'll go for a narrow 1-0 Derby home win.
I am on a Sheffield Wednesday trend up, but I do agree with you. I quite like Derby at home and they know what they're doing. So I'm going to take another 1-1. And it's not unprecedented because we had that ridiculous week, didn't we? Or was it Saturday last week where we had 7 in 11 games. So I'll round out with a 1-1 just on the basis that I don't think Derby will lose because I agree with you. They were pretty good last night. But also I think there's a Sheffield Wednesday trend up happening right now. Get involved with your own predictions down there in the comments. You can grab the fixtures from the description. Give yourself 1 point for a correct outcome, 3 points for a correct scoreline, and a bonus point. Which one did you say was 3-2, Sam? You had a mighty 3-2 between Norwich and Luton, didn't you?
Yeah, Norwich-Luton. 5 goals. So here we go.
You get a bonus point for your 5-goal predictions, and keep following along. Give us your scores, and can I either overtake Sam in the week to week or catch him up a little bit in the aggregate? It's getting closer. Join us next time.